So good afternoon, everybody. So we are back into the 5-day FTP. We are continuing with that. And we are moving on to the next session, that is on criteria 4. The resource person for the session is Ms. Jis Koreth. She's assistant professor at Naipunya Business School. She is a research scholar also at Kufos, and she is a BTech and MBA and has been in the teaching field for more than 7 years now. Very vibrant and young, she has been taking care of our criteria 4, which constitutes of infrastructure and other facilities. She had also been assisting in various accreditations like NBA, Naac, and other institutes also. So I welcome Ms. Jis for the session, and I hope this will be a very, very fruitful session for all the participants.
Very good afternoon to one and all the participants present here. So today we are in day 3, and I'm handling the session related to infrastructure and learning resources. Like as you all know, infrastructure is the ultimate resource that we want to provide for our students and for the faculties and to the all stakeholders which is related to an institution, educational institution. So whenever we are talking about this infrastructure and learning resources, in this particular criteria, that is in criteria 4, it is mainly dealing with the infrastructure and the library which is existing in our organization. So first of all, we have to create the adequate facilities for the learning environment for the students, as well as we have to utilize it. Whatever facilities you are having, you have to utilize it. So we have to identify how to utilize it, and you have to find out the specific time and resources for doing all these kind of utilization procedures. And there is a maintenance policy, that is there is chance of different kind of there is a chance of many maintenance procedure to be required for all these physical facilities or every facilities whichever existing in our organization. So in criteria 4, mainly we are dealing with the creation, utilization, and maintenance of the resources which is available in our organization. So ultimately, we are supposed to avail the adequate resources for the adequate resources which is available for the students as well as for the faculty members. And the main key indicators in criteria 4 is first is physical facilities. The second is a library as a learning resource. And third is IT infrastructure. And fourth is the maintenance of campus infrastructure. And the criteria score, the total score of this particular criteria is 100. And for the criteria number 1, that is 4.1, consisting of 30 weightages, and 4.2 consisting of 20 weightage, and 4.3 is 30 weightage, and 4.4 consisting of 20 weightages. And in criteria 4.1, we are having 2 qualitative metrics as well as 2 quantitative metrics, and 4.2 consisting of only 1 qualitative metrics and 3 quantitative metrics, and 4.3 consisting of 1 qualitative metrics and 2 quantitative metrics, and 4.4 consisting of 1 qualitative metrics and 1 quantitative metrics. So in this criteria 4, we are having 8 quantitative metrics and only 5 qualitative metrics. Even though the qualitative matrix is the number of qualitative metrics is very less than compared to the quantitative metrics, whenever the peer team members comes to our campus and they are really excited to watch our infrastructure which we are providing to the students. So there is a very important the criteria 4 is very important for during the time of SSR uploading, or for the during the time of quantitative metrics evaluation, as well as for the peer team visit. So first of all, I want to tell you that whatever whatever facilities we are having, utilize it maximum, and utilizes the available resources to its maximum level. So that is the first thing. And if you whatever facilities we are provide to them, and make a register or make a proper proper evaluation to be there, and maintenance of these kind of facilities should be there in our institution. That is basically evaluated in during the in criteria 4. And 4.1 physical facilities, which is consisting of 30 weightages. And in 4.1 there are 4 matrices, and the first matrix is 4.1.1, that is the qualitative matrix. It consisting of 5 weightages. And the photographs, which in the right hand side, that is the interface or the window. You can see during when you open your SSR for uploading the information. So the 4.1 mainly includes the institution has adequate infrastructure and physical facilities for teaching and learning. So here, whatever facilities which we are provided to our students for the teaching learning has to be described here. That should be in 500 words. Okay, so in while uploading this data that is in 500 words, you have to make sure that the entire classrooms and seminar halls, whatever facilities you are having in your organization, that should be included here. And if you have any doubt regarding the in this particular metrics, you please click on this help button, which you can see here after this question. So you click on it, and you can identify what all are the things you can include here. If you are having classrooms, you please you please count it, and then give the title as classrooms, and this much classroom, like 10 classrooms or 15 classrooms, 100 classrooms we have, and the dimension of all these classrooms should be given in this 500 words. And we can add if there is any workshop or lab, seminar halls, conference hall, whatever facilities you are having, you please list out and write down here. And the dimension of all these things should be given in this 500 words write-up. And after that, you can see the file description or the data required for the supporting documents. The main supporting document is your geotagged photographs. Geotagged photographs means you have to take geotagged photographs like this. That this is a sample of the geotagged photographs we captured during the SSR uploading of our institution. So there is some important factors you have to make sure that while capturing this geotagged photographs. If you are having a camera with GPS facilities, you can use that. Otherwise, you can use it with the help of an Android phone also. So you can download this GPS map camera. This is an application which is available in Play Store. So you please download it, and you make sure that your location should be on, and click on the and you can click capture the picture whatever you required related to your facilities, and make sure that these details, that is the location, latitude, longitude, the time, and the date of capturing this picture. That is very important while considering this geotag photograph. So this is the application which we were used for our which is used in our institution. So, and make sure that this latitude, longitude, time, date, and location, all these things should be there in your geotagged photographs. Because this is very important. While clicking on these details, you can identify, or the people who are assessing this can identify the date and the time at which you take and from where you captured this particular picture. And the second supporting document is your website link. About the website, I want to tell you that before going for this Naac purpose and all, you have to make sure that your website will contain the entire document which is related to your campus or to your institution. That is, you have to arrange accordingly as per the requirement of Naac. The website link here, whenever you click on whenever you click on the link of your website, which is provided as the supporting document, then that link should lead to the campus infrastructure which is provided by your college or your institution. So that is the importance of website link. So whenever you are giving an website link for a particular metric, you make sure that that should leads to the leads to the answer for that particular matrix. Okay, so there are two supporting documents which is required here. That is, one is geotagged photograph and the second is website link. So do arrange all the photographs or the details regarding your campus infrastructure in the website also. And the second metrics, that is also a qualitative metrics. NAC is always not only going for the academic related activities, this also give important for the non-curricular activities of our students, so that they are giving more emphasis on the cultural activities, sports, games, and yoga activities, gymnasium, all these things. So whatever your institution having in this particular metric, you please list out. That is, sometimes some of the colleges are giving more emphasis on their sports kind of activity and cultural activities. Find out the places where we can list out and give the details of these available facilities in the 500 words. And while putting or while writing down this 500 words, make sure that the year of establishment of these facilities in this 500 words. That is, if an volleyball court is introduced in 2019, you make sure you have to write it as 2019 and volleyball court and the dimensions of that volleyball court. That these three things should be there in your 500 words. Okay, and in this 4.1.2, there is an advantage for our institutions, like regarding the sharing of the facilities. If we are having a indoor stadium and we can have different activities or different maybe volleyball court or basketball court, like that we can utilize it. In our organization, we are having an auditorium with 10,000 square feet, and we are using it for different purposes. Like we are using it as auditorium, we are using it as for conducting our examinations, and we are using it as volleyball court, badminton court. Likewise, we are utilizing that. So it is giving an added advantage for our institution. So for this supporting doc, and you have to, if you need any help, you can click on the help button and you can see whatever things you have to write in this particular 500 words. And that's all about the write-up of this 4.1.2. And regarding the documents or file description, you need is the geotagged photographs, and you have to click the geotagged photographs of all the facilities which is in your campus. And you can provide the website link also. Here, when you are giving the website link, you please make sure that the link is leading to that sports facilities which is there in your campus. That is, don't lead to some other links. Make sure that the website link is directly properly leading to that facilities or the available facilities which is or the particular thing which is described in the metrics. Okay, so that is all about 4.1.2. And when it comes to 4.1.3, that is a quantitative metrics, and it carries 10 marks, 10 weights. So here in 10 weights question, they are asked about the percentage of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT enabled facilities such as smart class, LMS, etc. Here you can see nowadays every organization is very much focusing on the quality enhancement, right? So that the organizations are coming with we can't see much institutions are without this kind of ICT facilities. So in this particular metrics, you first of all you have to fill up the number of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT facilities. That is 4.1.3.1. That is, whenever you are clicking a number here, that is in your institution you are having 100 classrooms, and that 100 classrooms with ICT facilities, that means you will get 100 points. Okay, so that means you can score 10 marks. For that, you make sure that you please give the number as number of classrooms with ICT facilities here, and the related, you can see a related input, that is the total number of classrooms and seminar halls. That is there is a number which you can see, that is 48. That's an example. So with the help of this related input, that is, there is a formula, that is number of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT facilities divided by the total number of classrooms or seminar halls in the institution into 100. That is the formula which is used to calculate the percentage of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT facilities. So make this total number of classrooms or seminar halls in the institution, that data is which we were given in the time of the uploading of extended profile. Okay, so that data is coming as default in this related input. And when we are giving the input of 1.4.1.3.1, the automatically it generates the percentage of classrooms and seminar halls. And one thing you should focus in this 4.1.3 is you can give only the number of classrooms and seminar halls which is used for the teaching and learning activities, and the workshops or the laboratories or any labs which cannot be included in this particular matrix. Only the classrooms and seminars with ICT facilities is only accepted in this metric. So there is a data template which is explaining this, which we have to upload along with this. So for that we have to whenever we are before you do or taking the geotag photographs, you make sure that you have to give a room numbers for each room, and you have to name the room as well as the room or seminar halls, whatever facilities you are having, you please number it, and you give the names for that facilities. Okay, so you please give that, and the type of, and you please write down the type of ICT facilities, whatever, like if you are having projectors, LCDs or LCD projectors, or any screens or any smart boards or Wi-Fi facilities, whatever you are having to that particular classrooms or seminar hall, you please give it here. And also you please give the geotagged photographs, link for the geotagged photograph here. And also you have to attach it master timetable along with this. This is mainly to check whether to make sure the utilization of these facilities. Like the DVP people has to make sure that whether these facilities are utilized by the organization or the institution. Okay, so these are the documents which we are covered in this 4.1.3 data template. And you can upload any additional information here that is regarding your timetable, and you can give the website link also be here. So this is coming under 4.1.3. And next is 4.1.4. That is also, this is a quantitative matrix and it carries 10 weightage. And there is a data template here. Data template is explaining, and the data templates which 4.1.4 and 4.4.1 both are clubbed together. And here you can add the average percentage of expenditure, excluding salary, for infrastructure augmentation during the last 5 years. And 4.4.1 is consisting of the average percentage of expenditure incurred on maintenance of infrastructure, that is physical and academic facilities, excluding the salary component for the last 5 years. Here you have to add the year. That is, if you are going in 2020, you have to give the data from 2015 onwards. So for each year, what is the budget allocated for the infrastructure augmentation? You please specify the amount in that column, and how much expenditure you made on the infrastructure augmentation. And in the column of total expenditure excluding salary, please find out the amount from the finance department, and please input the amount in the total expenditure excluding salary. And also expenditure on the maintenance of academic facilities and maintenance of physical facilities, that also to be included in this particular matrix. And here in this 4.1.4, the data we have to given here, that is as per, like in this particular example or in this particular window, you can see that 2014-15, how much expenditure you made on infrastructure augmentation. Infrastructure augmentation is nothing but what is we are adding to the existing facilities which we are providing in the institution. If you are adding a classroom, or if you are adding an auditorium, or if you are adding any laboratory, that is if any new addition is happened, that you can include it here. But there is, if there is any fund which is utilized for any maintenance of that activity, maintenance of that facility, or book purchase for the library, that cannot be accepted as the infrastructure augmentation. So only thing is, if you are adding anything more along with the existing facilities, that is comes under infrastructure augmentation. Then if you are giving the number of values inputting in 2000, like for each cell, you can the system automatically generate the average percentage of expenditure. And one more thing you have to careful about while by entering the amount to this particular cells. That is, if your institution is spending for 50 lakh rupees for infrastructure augmentation, you please put it as 40, because the value is INR in lakhs. So if you are spending 45 lakhs, that means you have to input as 45. Okay, if your institution is spending 45 lakh 50,000 rupees for infrastructure augmentation, please give it as 45.5. That is the method of inputting the value to this particular matrix. And additional instructions or additional documents which you want to upload along with this is your audited utilization of the utilization of the statement. That is in this data template, you can see the budget allocated for the infrastructure augmentation. So all whatever augmentation is happening in your organization, that should be as per the budget which is allocated in the beginning of the financial year. So that has to be there. And if your organization is a self-financing organization, that budget should be duly signed by the chartered accountant as well as the finance officer and the head of the institution. And in the case of annual income and expenditure statement, that also to be attached, and that also should be signed by the chartered accountant, head of the institution. That should be there along with that. And whenever you are inputting or whenever you are uploading these documents, you have to highlight the amount. That is, if you are spending a particular amount, if you are spending a 50 lakh rupees for the infrastructure augmentation, that should be highlighted in your annual income and expenditure statement and then upload it. That makes a clarity regarding the figures which we were provided in this particular matrix. Okay, so all these 4.1.1, 4.1.2, 4.1.3, and 4.1.4 constituting the physical facilities of an organization should provide to the students for the learning and learning of the students. And the next thing is our library. And library is consisting of 20 weightages, and the 4.2 is actually discussing about for library as a learning resource, and it carries 20 marks. And in 4.2.1, it is particularly a qualitative metrics, and it carries 4 marks. And here also you have to, for every qualitative metrics, you have to give a 500 words description. And in this 500 words description, if your organization is using any kind of integrated library management softwares or system software, that has to be given here. That is the name of the ILMS software and the nature of the automation, that is if it is fully automated or partially automated, and the version of the automation, version of that particular software, and the year of automation also to be included. And all these things should be in 500 words. So that's all about. And if you are having any digital library, or how many volume of books are there, how many title of books are there, all things. And if your library contains any books, any rare books, that also can be highlighted here. So that is 500 words description you have to provide it in 4.2.1. And the second is about the file uploading and the documents which is supporting this 4.2.1. That is mainly the geotagged photographs. If your institution is using some kind of ILMS software, then you take some of the window, that is a student window, and your faculty windows and how it is managed. All these things you have to take the pictures and upload it along with that. And your library photographs, and if you are having any digital library, that geotagged photographs you can upload here. And also there is a icon, or there is a tab which is leading in your website, which is leading to your library. In our institution, there is a particular slot for library in our website. So make sure that that tab will be there in your website also. So that is very important as in 4.2.1. And the next is a quantitative metrics, and that is the Naac is asking about the institution has the subscription for the e-journal, e-resources. And Naac is mainly considering physical library as well as digital libraries also. So the institution needs to subscribe e-journals, as well as they are focusing on the remote access of these e-resources and all. And here, this is a multiple choice kind of question. And you find out there is a list of 6 items, that is e-journals, the subscription of e-journals, e-Shodh Sindhu, e-Shodh Ganga membership, e-books, database, and remote access to e-resources. Find out how many items you can list out from this 6 resources, e-resources. And you please answer this question. That is, if you're having any 3 or above, you please click on B. Any 4 or more above, you can click on A. Any 2 or above, then you click on C. Any 1 of the above, then you click on D. None of the above, click on E. Then if you are having any 4 or more e-resources, you can find out of this list. That means you will get maximum marks for this particular metrics. And you cannot, the soft copy of the e-books, soft copy of the books cannot be considered as e-books. You have to specifically or separately subscribe the e-book subscription. You have to find a fund for that subscription of this e-books. The soft copy, sometimes some of the books we can purchase or we will get as a soft copies along with the physical copies of the textbook. That cannot be considered as e-books. So you have to clearly go for this e-books. And the next is data. There is a data template that also to be uploaded. In this data template, these are the data which is coming in this data template. That is what is the library resources you are having. Like most probably journals will be there, e-journals will be there, e-books will be there. If you are having that kind of subscription, you please mention the amount which is for that particular subscription. And all these should be in lakhs. So give the specific amount. Like if you are spending 20 lakh rupees, please make it as 20. And the total library expenditure also to be given here. And the link to the relevant document should be provided in the last column. That is, you have to find out the details from your audited income and expenditure statement. Okay. There is a provision for this audited income and expenditure statement for this e-journals and library books and all. So you find out that and highlight the figure and give it as a link and give the link of that document in this particular cell, corresponding cell. If you are going for e-journals, what is the amount? Specify the amount, and what is the total library expenditure you have to calculate, and please give the link for the relevant document. Also, after completing the data template, you have to give the subscription details. Subscription details mean it contains the tenure of the subscription, as well as that subscription should be in the name of the educational institution. That is, what is the name of the institution? That should be that should contain the subscription details. Okay, so and the tenure, the date of issue, and how you can access all these things should be there in the. And please click on that particular e-resources, and the front page of that particular e-resources also should be there. Take the screenshot of that entering page and in the name of the institution, and also to be added here. So these are the documents which you want to include in this 4.2.2 matrix as the supporting document. In the 4.2.3, for all the institution has to give a particular fund, has to find some particular, has to allocate some fund for this library itself. So here you have to type, or you have to enter the amount which is which you are spending in each year. That is, if you are if you are spending 45 lakhs in 2018 and 19, you please enter the amount as 45. In 2017 and 18, you are spending 50 lakh rupees, you please enter it as 50 lakh. And after entering all this data, the system will automatically generate the average annual expenditure for the purchase of books or ebooks and subscription to the journals or e-journals during the last 5 years. There is a formula for calculating this average annual expenditure. So that is by each year how much the average is calculated. That is adding all the total expenditure for library books and divided by 5. That is the formula for calculating the expenditure for the library resources. And you have to submit the audited statement and budget allocation statement for the for this library. It should be highlighted and give us the supporting document. All these data should be there in your file upload. So here 4.2.3 is using the same data template, that is that you can upload here. If once you enter the data in the 4.2.2 and 4.2.3 metrics data template, you can upload the same data template here also. And the audited income and expenditure statement also should be provided here. And additional information means budgeted, which is allocated for the library resources, has to be uploaded here. So that is all about 4.2.3. And in case of 4.2.4, that is a quantitative metrics which carries 5 marks. That is, as you all know, the criteria for is mainly focusing on the utilization of our facilities. That is, if whether our library is used by the students and faculties. To make sure this thing, the Naac is asking about the percentage per day usage of the library by the two teachers and students during the last completed academic year. So here you have to calculate the per day utilization of library by the teachers and the students. For that, you take the footfalls of the library from your library department and divide the total by the number of working days. And you please give that number here. That is the number of teachers and students using the library per day over the last 1 year. That is, you take the entire footfalls and divided by the total working days of the library. Okay, so that is the that value you have to give here, and the system will automatically take the number of students and the number of teachers, and they will calculate the percentage per day usage of the library. Okay, the formula is for calculating the number of teachers and students using the library per day over the last 1 year is number of teachers and students using the library per day divided by total number of teachers and students into 100. Here, the total number of students and total number of teachers, that is automatically taken from the extended profile. So here, each year, how many number of teachers and students are there in the institution, that is you can see in the related input. So the system will automatically generate the percentage per day usage of the library. And the documents which is supporting this facility, this particular criteria, particular metrics is you have to enter the last page of the accession register and how you computed the per day usage of the library. That should be you please prepare it in a MS Word document, and that also to be get signed from the librarian and the head of the institution and upload it. And the number of the users using the library through e-access, and the number of physical users of the access, number of physical users who is using the library in a physical manner. For all these things, in the manual, they are asking about the institution has to provide 5 consecutive days online and offline usage of library. That is, if you are taking from 5/10/2021, that from 5/10/2021 to 10/10/2021, you have to take the consecutive day usage of library. Okay, so that 5 days usage should be given as the supporting document, and that 5 days footfall has to be taken from either from your accession register, or if you are having any system which is automatically generating, that is in our organization we are using biometric gate register. So you can you can use that thing also and get signed from the librarian as well as the authority who are responsible, like the principal. You get the sign from the principals as well as the librarian and upload the document. And if you are taking the footfall of 5/10/2021 to 10/10/2021, the same day online access also should be given as the online access. Okay, both the online and offline days should be same. That is comes in 4.2.4, that is the library usage of library as learning resource. And next we are moving to the IT infrastructure. In IT infrastructure, as you all know, every day we are in a stage of improving our quality. So our institution also has to be improvised as per the requirement of the situation. So we have to provide the as much facilities to the students. That is, if it is in the physical facilities, if it is in the IT facilities, you have to give that. So in IT facilities, maybe you are having in your institution, you are having a number of computers for students as well as for the faculties and office purposes and all. So you have to write down the IT facilities in your institution. Maybe some softwares you have purchased, and maybe the scanners, printers, then LCD projectors, all these IT facilities, whichever is there in your organization, that has to be given in the 500 words. And also you have to provide the Wi-Fi details of your institution. And for all these things, you have to give the supporting document as geotagged photograph. You have to take the geotagged photographs for each of the IT facilities which is provided, which is available in the institution. Also give the website link which is showing the IT facilities which is in our institution. So these are the supporting documents, and this is a qualitative metrics during the time of the visit, Naac peer team visit. The team members will come and they will physically inspect all these facilities, whether these facilities are available in the institution or not. For that, you have to maintain a register for your laboratory, computer lab, and you have maybe if you are having a language lab, you have to make a register for that. Or like utilization also be very important for these facilities. So make sure that these registers are also to be kept along with this kept along with this IT department for the verification of the utilization. And that is in 4.3.1. And the next thing is 4.3.2. That is a quantitative metrics. That is the number of students and computer ratio. That is the Naac want to verify the sufficient number of computers are available for the students for their usage. Here you want to give the number of computers available for the students only. If you are having a system with your director or with the faculty members or in your office, which you cannot be added. Only the computers which is functioning and which can be utilized by the students can be given here. And it is taken like if you are going for the first cycle, they will take the last completed year details, and you can give the latest completed year details in this particular matrix. And for the verification of the number of computers in the organization, they are asking for the stock register, and you have to submit the bills of the purchase of these computers. Okay, so these bills we required is only for the latest completed year. And these are the documents you want to provide in this particular matrix. So first of all, you have to include the stock register and the bills of the computers which is purchased. When you are giving the stock register, you have to highlight maybe in your stock register, IT stock register, it contains a lot of things, maybe printers, scanners, your computers, your system for the entire organization, everything is there. But you have to highlight the number of systems which can be utilized for the students. That is, if you are giving a 60 count as the computers which is available for the students, that 50 computers has to be highlighted in the stock register. Okay, so that is the case of 4.3.2, and it carries 10 marks. That the next is 4.3.3. That is also a quantitative matrix, and it carries 15 weightages. And in this, they are asking about the bandwidth of the internet connection, which is existing in the institution. For that, this is an multiple choice questions. That is option A is your internet connection with a speed of greater than or equal to 50 Mbps, and B is 30 Mbps, C is 10 to 30 Mbps, and D is 0.05 Mbps. All these are the different options. Like first of all, identify the your bandwidth of the internet connection, and click on the options. If you are giving option A, then you will get the full mark for this particular matrix. And for supporting this data, that is, if you are having greater than or equal to 50 Mbps speed of internet, then you have to give the subscription details, and you have to submit the bills which is paid for the at least for the 3 months. 3 months bills you have to submit, and you also collect a letter from the internet service provider. If your internet service provider is Tata, Reliance, or BSNL, whoever it is, you please collect a letter from them, and it should contain the connection plan and the bandwidth of the internet, and the speed of the internet. And if you are doing any kind of speed checking with your mobile phones and all, it is not allowed in this matrix. That data will not be accepted. Only the letter from the internet service provider is accepted accepted as the supporting document in this matrix. Okay, the next is the maintenance of the campus infrastructure. In maintenance of the campus infrastructure means, as you all know, we are having different facilities like physical facility, IT facilities, and library. Everything is there with us. We want to maintain all these facilities within our campus. So in this particular sub criteria, it carries 20 weightages. And first of all, you have to give the amount which is spending for this maintenance of these facilities. And here, the maintenance of the infrastructure, it is contained physical supporting facilities and academic supporting facilities. Physical supporting facilities means physically how a facility is supporting the learning of learning which is happening in an institution, which is mentioning, which is comes in physical support facilities. For example, your building maintenance, or your campus lawn maintenance, or any electrical maintenance, that kind of things which is comes under physical support maintenance facilities. And for the academic facilities, if you are having a academic any software which is supporting your academic, you want to update it. And if you want to purchase a software, and you want to update a software, and if you want to update your system, all these supporting, which is supporting the learning activities of an student, which is coming under academic supporting facilities. So you find out the items which you are given for this physical and academic support facilities, and give the amount which is you find out the total amount for which you are contributed for this maintenance of this maintenance of the academic and the physical facilities. You enter the amount in this respective columns, and you will get the average. They'll calculate the average of expenditure you made on the this particular maintenance of this maintenance of the campus facilities. And there is a formula which is calculating the maintenance of maintenance facilities. That is, first of all, they are calculating the percentage per percentage expenditure per year. That is expenditure on maintenance of physical and academic facilities, excluding the salary component, divided by the total expenditure excluding the salary component into 100. And after calculating the individual year-wise percentage calculation, they take the sum of all that values, and it is again divided by 5. So that is the calculation of average percentage of expenditure for maintenance of the physical and academic facilities. And here there is a data template which is comes along with the data template of 4.1.4, and the budget and the supporting document you have to here upload is the budget allocation and the audited statement of accounts. And if you are giving the budget allocation, if you are a self-financing institution, you have to give the budget which is duly signed by the chartered accountant as well as the finance officer. Other institution, you can give the budget allocation only with the sign of finance officer is accepted. And you have to highlight that items in the budget statement, and also in the audited statement of accounts you have to highlight the amount. That will help to verify these values which is provided in the metrics, and which is there in the supporting document. So that is all about 4.4.1. And the next thing is 4.4.2, that is a qualitative metrics. And 4.4.2, it is this is a mistake. That is your maintenance policy. That is you have to be with a maintenance policy. That is, you are having your library, maybe lab, workshop, maybe some kind of IT facilities will be the. All these facilities should be properly maintained. So and your housekeeping sessions and your campus loan, everything is there in your institution. So you have to make a maintenance policy for each of these facilities. So otherwise the quality of these facilities will come down. So for that you have to give a 1,000 words explanation. That is a mistake. 1,000-word explanation you have to give in this SSR document. And you also provide the geotagged photographs of geotagged photographs of all these documents. Sometimes you are having a maintenance register for within your hand. You have to upload the document. And you are having a IT maintenance register and some e-waste management register, all these things. And if you are having any MOUs, some with some other agencies, or AM's annual maintenance contract is there for some kind of your sustainable facilities. All these kind of documents you can upload along with this criteria, and that will give you additional advantage in this criteria. And you can also provide the website link. That means in your website you have to neatly write down the maintenance policy. So you please give a tab for this maintenance policy also. So that is they are expecting in your website link, in your website, so that you have to give a website link for the maintenance policy in your website. So that is 4.2 is qualitative metrics, and during the time of your visit, the PR team will come into your campus and they will inspect all these registers, and they will go through all these registers, and they will verify it. So that means our utilization is also to be also can be or maintenance and utilization of all these things you can show, like with the help of this maintenance register as well as the utilization register. In the case of criteria 4, it is all about that is what we are seeing or what we are exhibiting. Okay, sometimes we may not know what all are our facilities available. Find out and highlight the things. That is very important in criteria 4. So you have to identify your facilities and highlight it and give maximum emphasis on this facilities, and you have to utilize it, maintain it, and find a fund for the infrastructure augmentation. You every time you have to add and every year you have to find a fund for adding some kind of facilities along with facilities to your institution, as well as you have to find a fund or allocate some fund for maintaining all these facilities. That's all about this criteria 4 is talking about. If there is any query.
I think this madam has given you relevant information regarding criteria 4. We will now be able to show you on some of these 500-word documents also. You have it in your criteria for a drive. Otherwise, I can share it from here also. You can share it. I have opened it. Yeah, this madam will be now sharing how we have written it. So this will help you as to how you could get your 500 words also in place.
And whenever you are uploading or when you are uploading or the documents, you make sure that whether your organization is coming under AICT or UGC, you please follow their requirement, and based on that you have to enter this data. Maybe in AICT they are talking about they need like common room for girls and boys. So we are having that facility. So that also should be cross-checked while you are giving your explaining about your physical facilities. You can also upload your, maybe if you are having any plan of your institution, that also can be added as your supporting documents. So that will give the dimensions of the classrooms and the facilities which is there in the organization.
Yeah, this is where this madam has spoken about the court, games court, what the dimensions and all those things she has mentioned, like what is the type of courts that you have for games and sports, and what is the dimension also. It has to be specifically written. This is what she has shared. Yeah, you can continue.
One more thing, the sharing of the resources is very much accepted. That is, if you are having a place that can be utilized for some other purposes, that is, you are having an indoor stadium and that can be utilized for yoga activity. And here we are having a multi-purpose indoor stadium which we are used as basketball court, netball court, badminton court. There are 2 badminton courts are there in that auditorium, and we are utilizing for conducting various activities, cultural and cultural events, as well as for examination purposes also. Like we are taking it as an examination halls. So multi-purpose indoor multi-purpose facilities are also accepted. Our institution is using Koha software, and we are clearly mentioned the version of that software, and so that should be there in 4.2.1. Qualitative metrics is basically they will come and visit us and they will give you the mark, the peer team members. So, and before one more thing is before the peer team visit, you have to you can do a beautification of your amenities, what you all have, what you are having. So that will give some attraction to this peer team members. Here we are having 100 PCs, and their version, like version, the Windows and laptops, the number of laptops, the scanners, printers, servers description, the LCDs, UPS, the entire details we are explained in this 4.3.1. And if you are going for Naac in the year of 2020 and you purchased an item in 2024-21, and even if it is there during the time of uploading of your SSR, it is not counted. That is every purchase should be there in the period of coming under the SS. The maintenance policy, that should be in 1,000 words. And your maintenance policy also to be there in your website also. We need the maintenance policy for the classroom furnitures and computers, then physical facilities and library, seminar halls and auditoriums, and ICT facilities also should be maintained. Then housekeeping, maintenance, all these things all these things are coming under maintenance policy. And
Any other clarifications or doubts? Please share your.
Available. They can access it, Yeah, it is available. It's available. SSR is a public document. Whichever colleges SSR, if they have done, you can always get it from their website.
And Naac website also, it
is available. From Naac website also, you can download. Okay. But only thing is, be careful when you write SSR. Don't try to take anybody's bits and pieces, because they go for a plagiarism check, without which they will not take your SSR. So you write in your own words, and your facilities, everything should be your own. Don't take it from somebody. You can of course read it, understand it, have that facility in your campus, and then you can write it also, no problem.
So if there are no more clarifications, I think we can close the session. I thank Ms. Jose for the excellent session she has given, and I hope that it was useful for the participants as well. I think Jis ma'am has given a very detailed explanation on how the infrastructure augmentation can be done. And now you can actually customize according to your institution. That is a 500 words and all those additional things, whichever that is, whatever is available in your institution that can be utilized. She has just given us that is how we have done and what the Naac prescribes. So thank you, participants, for patiently listening and participating in the session.